到那个刚发进来。
They're coming for you now.
They're coming.
They're coming to get you.
The mission focuses on your back.
判定也不会到太放，现在就搞定了。哎，格挡好，一下就搞定了。
There's nowhere to run to.
In the sea of corpses, the corpse waved through itself over the ones I loved. The ship broke up under them. The ship that had sailed
浮光卡到底下，
shining
撞击
fields.
反击一下
Their
就搞定了。
memorial stone is sacred. Come not here in the sun. Come not with a sword. Come not crying over a naked corpse. Come not with disturbed mind.
这都手哎、哇！
She's lost. She doesn't know where she's trying to get to. Is there an escape?
很惊悚。这是什么血吗？实战起来的概念，只是这个会还会动。很惊悚。
Do you hear the suffering, Senua? Does your precious gift of sight let you see the souls that rot here in this sea of corpses? Do you feel the blood running cold on your skin? Do you hear their endless cries? Do you smell their putrid wounds? They were once brothers, sisters, and loved ones. And look at what you have done to them. All because you were a coward, because you ran from your curse instead of facing it. When you turned your back on your father, Zinbo, you turned your back on the gods and let the darkness wreak havoc on your people. Why must they pay for your heresy?
我敌人啊！发直了。 按错，按错键，按那个答案错了。 好像同时太多敌人了，他文字来不及看。
Do you hear, Senua? Do you hear the voice of your mother, Galena? She calls for you, Senua. Go to her. Answer her pitiful call.
The darkness took her life, and it will take you.
It's taking you.
Further and further into it.
Surrender to the darkness.
Darkness is here.
我应该从这下来，走路。右边死路，这边走。有路吗？但是没有。这边。打雷雷声好逼真啊！我真的以为是外面打雷。妈妈，我看了一下外面的天空。
Dear beloved mother was powerless against the darkness when it came for her. She too had a sight. She too doubted the gods and let the darkness infest her. But she didn't run. She escaped the only way she knew how. She gave her life to the gods. If only you had done the same, the world would have been spared this horror. It's not too late. She's calling for you. Why don't you join her?
This is 又是新的敌人哎。哇！行，三个。他好像也受伤了，手握着那个。 这小鸡也可以挡。哦，他动作有帅，还蛮流畅的，而且变化不是很多。哦，又是这个大字。哇，痛啊！
She's hurt. Behind you. Do it. You're close.
还有吗？还有。
Why do you still fight on? Maybe you too should suffer with your brethren in this rot and let your blood seep into the seas and the rivers of hell. Isn't that what you deserve after all you've done? Give the darkness what it wants, let it swallow your soul and destroy all that you are. Why are you fighting for someone who is already dead? Just look around you. What hope is there for him, even if his soul could be rescued? Do you think he would thank you for what you have done to him,
Wow.
to his friends,
还有这招，
to his father?
这次看到这招。啊？挡掉。
She's hurt. She's injured. She won't make it.
多，而且他开始把大只堆在一起。
You're both dead. You both surrendered to the voices. The darkness has taken you. Galina and Senua. Galina and You are lost. There's nothing you can do. You're dead. You're both dead. Mother and daughter dead in the sea of corpses. The voices took her and they'll take you too. The voices have taken her. The voices will take you. Surrender to the darkness. It's the end. The end for you. Thank you.
它这个场景真的有一点像地狱的感觉。看到那里，
I can't fight it anymore. Not on my own. Where are you, Mother? I want to be with you.
That night, she gave up on her world to follow in the footsteps of her mother, to go to a place where the darkness couldn't reach her.
Senua, look at me.
Do you hear them? They're calling for me.
We've lost so many. And I've lost my father. I can't lose you.
You said it. I have blood on my hands.
I didn't say that. You've done nothing wrong.
Simba was right.
哦，所以那个可能是
Everyone was
他自己的感觉
Simba is
幻
a
觉，
fake.
并不是他讲的。
He is a hateful, bitter liar. He's poison. And his words still haunt you.
所以这个迪丽可能没有讲这种话，
Him? Or me?
那可能没有讲这种话，是他自己的
Do you
错
still
觉。
believe in me, Senua? In us?
你失去失调真的是很痛苦的事情。
Come back to me. Please. Don't let this darkness come between us.
The hardest battles are fought in the mind. He gave her the sword with which to fight in more ways than one. And she gave him her word, never to surrender. All she needed was a little help, a little hope.
Mm-hmm. 原来这个地方。 哦，我应该可以进那个门，我猜。 哦，他说我们回来了。原本刚刚好像有阵子全部的声音都没了嘛，
We're here to help you.
然后现在这些声音回来了。
Shall we tell her where to go?
算是他成长了吗？
Go on, look up. Just up there. Listen to us. Sit.
Shall we tell her where to go?
Shall we?
Does she know which way to look? Does she know her way into the mountain? She's a good girl.
Oh, isn't she?
Look.
So clever. Did you miss us? Oh, she did. She did.
There's a door.
You can do it.
You can see it.
Come on, Senua.
Go away. I'm not listening.
你开了。
I will tell you of a great hero named Sigurd, son of Sigmund, no less. Born after his father's death, Sigurd is cared for by the dwarf Rain. But Rain does not love the boy. Instead, he plans to use him for his own ends. You see, Rain's father possessed a great treasure given to him by the gods. But Rain's brother, Fafnir, killed his father and took the gold all for himself. Fafnir hid the treasure out on a heath and could not leave it. And from the evil in his heart, he turned into a dark creature. A dragon.
Someone's behind the door.
What is it?
She can feel it.
No.
Don't open the door.
No, go in.
Turn
Don't.
back. What's in there?
A great beast guards Helheim. Garm is its name, and it knows you are here, Senua. It can smell your stink. What are you afraid of, Senua? How will you save Dillion if you are too much of a coward to step into the shadows?
They can't stop me.
Then do it! The beast is stalking you from the shadows. Your sword is useless here.
怎么像有两条路？
Don't be fooled. The beast is still here.
Who is it? Something there. It's the beast.
No,
No, it's not.
it's a trick.
She knows that. Does she? What is that voice?
Mother, do you hear that?
Don't fall for it.
It's me, Senua. It's so loud.
It's not her.
So full of hate.
It's a trap.
I just want to help them. Tell me what to do. Your father wants them to go away, and he only hurts me to silence them. But he's gone now. They always come back. He says I will die if I go with them. They say that I'm already dead. No, they want me with them. Stop! That's why they crawl through the walls. Don't listen. Do you see them? Do you see their faces? He's coming. Senua, help me! me! Help! Get me out of here! Don't go!
Where has she gone? She's disappeared again.
She shouldn't be here. She escaped the darkness. She took her own life to escape it.
She can't remember when it started. When her mother lost her smile. Her eyes gazing past her towards a world she could not see. This is what happens if you reach for the underworld, he said. It was a lot to take in for a child. And the first time she felt the cold chill of fear. I don't talk much about her father, Sinbel. I suppose I just didn't want to risk upsetting her. But it doesn't matter now, does it?
好多迷宫的设计了。锁着。
The light won't save her now. She can sense it. What's she doing? She's lighting the torch. It's not connected. She can focus. The mirror is building. Finish this! Now! Focus! 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 Focus now!
这边格兰大的话打不到人，这怎么一直冒出敌人呢？
She finished it!
You can't go anywhere without your light.
Take the torch and move.
你是要从上面看下来。
She has it. You have it.
Keep going. Where's the next? Do you want to fight the other? Tell him to fight. Why are you doing Dillian, this is just another trial. Just another trick. Just to distract her from her real mission. Dillian, your mother is trapped. We don't know anything. Or is she? And Dillian is dead. Who's gonna save Dillian?
哎，和这么前面吗？哎，它好像有删那个。这里吗？这里刚好像没有运用到。这个点吗？这不能点。
Her torch is going out. No, it's not. It's gonna run out soon. She hasn't got much time. It's gonna burn out. She's too slow. It's not going to burn out. The darkness will come again. She hasn't.
Yeah.
She did it. She's done it. Well done.
This place. It reminds her of the isolating, suffocating darkness that she lived through as a young girl.
那火焰的特效好逼真哦。
Imprisoned in her room at night. The faces in the dark, coming through the walls. She once thought everyone could see them. I mean, that's what children say all the time, isn't it? That there are monsters in the dark. By the time she realized that only she could see them, her father, Zinbel, could see the monster in her.
刚才你们过来了，照来的这边。可以开刚刚那个门，对啊，过来。再剩一个门。 这里还有路，往下的，这应该就是那个目标了，上下各一条路的概念。
She'll have to go under. She can't. She has to. She can't. The torch will go out. Don't. She'll go out. She can do it. She can do it. The light's gone out. Run! Run! Get through it as quick as you can. The panic is here. What's that? Run. Run and get to the light. Get to the light. You have to rest here. She's stuck. She hasn't found it. Get to the next light. Let's go quickly. Run.
符号这里。
Look. Fire. Ah, there's fire. How will she get it? Fire. She has to go towards it. Freya, she's too. She will. She has to.
但太久应该会被那个黑暗吞噬吧？
Where's the torch? Take it. It'll keep you safe. You can see. Now she can find the room. She can find it. The light. See it. She has not. Where is it? Now you're free to search. The light will keep us. The light will guide you. No.
这个啊。
Can you feel them? Can you see them? I can see them. Where are they? She can't see them. She doesn't know. Look. Use your eyes. Look. Where is it?
这里没有吗？这感觉就是啊。
What are you waiting for? Oh, what are you waiting? Keep doing. Going. Focus.
对啊。
You have all the runes.
Do you feel it? The beast is crawling into your mind, searching for weakness. It found your mother and used her to trap you in here.
Did you see her die? I don't remember. I was only 5. They told me she escaped the darkness, that she's with the gods. But what if they lied? What if the darkness took her and trapped her here?
怎么长出来一口诀？那音效倒蛮逼真的，代入感十足啊。
It's just another trick. Don't you want it? Stupid girl! No, she's dead.
It's a trap. The beast is coming. Stupid will you be?
Run away from the beast! Nothing! She'll never escape. She'll never escape.
太远了吧，这个。
What have you done?
No! No!
You've lost it. It's over.
The darkness is what? You've lost him. You've lost him, Alex. Get it out! Get to the light!
Without his head, he will never be resolved back. His fate is sealed. Now it can see you at your weakest. The time you suffered as a child at the hands of your father Zindo while you pined for Dillion. Do you remember that darkness, Senua? The beast is bringing it back.
我喜欢赛努雅这个音译，苏尼尔感觉就比较没 feel 吧。
Why did you leave me? This darkness. It's spreading. Father's keeping me away from the others. Away from Dillion. I won't give up. I'm not going to rot in here. I'm going to find Dillion.
他真的好坚强。不他在给我吧？等一下，是不是有一个？对，拿起来，还有一直有，奇怪的设定，不是应该拿就没了吗？岔路，啊，这没路，这边路。知道。
Behind you.
他那个声音机型还蛮好的，蛮方便的。空中把他那个挡掉了。那符号都那几个，从这边来的。通通没有。这个吗？哇，这么大现在。原来这个解谜的那是怎么去？ 听起来很烦，那个声音就让人不太舒服。在干嘛？这里。路都堵着啊，去不了的。啊，算了，查攻略。哪里？下一个。感觉我今天好像可以把这个破完。可是可以的。哦，哦，那里 ，OK。它看起来，看了那攻略好像有剪辑过，应该是少攻略的。哇，这个如果没看攻略，不知道找多久。哎，这什么时候录的？刚没注意到这有。
She hasn't. Her father tried to
刚沾湿马上就可以再点了，这么厉害吗？这么好点吗？你给他喷。
He was trying to save her from the darkness.
Zimbo was right.
Zimbo was trying to save her from the darkness. But she wouldn't listen.
But you
And now,
all her fault. Weak. She should have known. She should have.
why doesn't she learn? Now she learns.
She doesn't understand.
Now the darkness has Dillian's soul.
And it
Rayan the dwarf's sole desire is to possess this dragon's accursed treasure, and he uses Sigurd to reclaim it. He tells Sigurd the story of Fafnir's gold, and the good-hearted hero promises to slay the dragon if Rayan would forge a strong sword for him. Sigurd remembers that his father once possessed a sword given to him by Odin. Odin broke the sword to bring about Sigmund's death, but Sigurd's mother still has the pieces. And so Rayan reforges the famous sword. Sigurd uses the sword first to avenge his father, and then he and Rayan go in search of Fafnir.
哈，那把剑西蒙德的剑是奥丁给的，但是奥丁把那把剑又打碎了，害得西格蒙德死掉。然后呢，西格德为了报仇，叫他又打造了这把剑，先打又打造了这把剑，然后报仇是像杀奥丁吗？
Rayan the dwarf's sole desire is to possess this dragon's accursed treasure, and he uses Sigurd to reclaim it. He tells Sigurd the story of Fafnir's gold, and the good-hearted hero promises to slay the dragon if Rayan would forge a strong sword for him. Sigurd remembers that his father once possessed a sword given to him by Odin. Odin broke the sword to bring about Sigmund's death, but Sigurd's mother still has the pieces. And so Rayan reforges the famous sword. Sigurd uses the sword first to avenge his father, and then he and Rayan go in search of Fafnir.
Reality and illusion. He knows how to play with her. He knows how to draw her where he wants her. He's using you. He put the darkness in you. Where is she now?
The darkness killed your mother.
Where is she now? Where is she? She's here with her.
The darkness.
The dragon Fafnir is so large and deadly that it would be impossible to kill him face to face. But each day, Fafnir crawls across the heath to find water. So Sigurd digs a pit in the dragon's path and lies in wait in it. When Fafnir slithers overhead, Sigurd sinks his sword into the dragon up to the hilt. Sigurd leaps from the pit, and Fafnir sees his killer. He warns Sigurd that the treasure will lead to his death, as it led to the death of all who owned it. Sigurd replies that death comes to all men, and every man would want to be wealthy until that day. And he takes the treasure.
Her mother died years ago. What happened to her? The darkness took her.
The lights run out. She'll die. She can't.
She'll die.
这有两条路，
She has to.
这边是
She can't.
我刚从那边下来，所以这边没有路。这边好像有路。
Go through anyway.
The light will run out.
The darkness will swallow.
And she'll die. What's she doing?
She's lighting the torch. She's making light.
She's making a fire.
She's got light on the other side.
She'll be safe. What's her plan? What's she thinking? How's she going to get there?
这过不去，所以从这边先挂点火，然后等下过来就更安全了，是吗？那应该是这个意思。 不是回来了吗？不能回头是不是？找不到路啊！
Now she can go. She can do it. It's going to have something. Quick. Keep going. She can't get through. She has to do it. Force it. Get up. Get up. What are you doing?
哎，这个火怎么没了？ 哎，半天回到充电，真是对，真麻烦。
What's she doing?
She's lighting the torch.
She's making light. She's making a fire.
She's got light on the other side.
She'll be safe. What's her plan? What's she thinking? Where is she going? Faster, faster, keep going, keep going. What is she doing? Stop! Stop! Keep going. Quick.
就是靠火焰吧，然后照那个影子。对啊，他那个。
Faster, faster, keep going, keep going. Stop! Stop!
Can't help but think of him. A tender guiding flame in a world so black. The longer it burned, the more she convinced herself that there was nothing beyond its reach. How little separates us from what we fear.
Go down, go down, go down. She has to. Keep the torch alight.
Although Sigurd kills the dragon, Rayan wants to keep Fafnir's gold all for himself. Rayan also wants the strength and wisdom of the dragon, so he drinks its blood and asks Sigurd to roast Fafnir's heart for him. Sigurd does so, but when he touches the roasted heart to see if it is done, he burns his finger. Without thinking, he licks his finger and tastes the dragon's blood. In that moment, he understands the language of birds and hears them talk nearby.
Go quicker. Keep the torch up. Keep the torch up. You need the light. Don't. Don't breathe too loudly.
哇，爬过这种，
It's coming to me. Come back. Do you hear me?
I hear you.
Come back to me soon.
I'm coming for you.
My voice.
I'm coming.
Come back.
什么水？
The darkness is going. Keep going. You're not taking it from me!
I warn you, Senua. I can smell your...
No!
You betrayed your god.
I am leaving with him!
You turned your back on me. That is why Dillion will rot in hell.
哦，这个声音，这野兽就是他的声音。
Come into my shadow.
哎呀，痛！
Puking darkness. Breathing the darkness. You can hear him. Is he fighting? She's injured. Just wait to die. Look, he's in the shadows. Find you. You must find him now.
手把它震动了，我要提醒。
He's breathing darkness.
哇，可恶！那扣了一次那个什么，扣了一次视野，结果就被A到死。
Get to the light. You must there is no light. Find the light. Where is it? How do we find it? Out of the darkness.
的凭感觉。哇！哇，痛！会死了吗？这条难啊！看不到血量。这是重打还是他打一半死？我也搞不懂。多累积一点那个能量。
He's breathing darkness. Put out the light. Then listen.
他有时候自己一个慢动作有点麻烦。
Leave, run away.
Go. Don't just wait to die. Look! He's in the shadows. You must find him now.
这样手把，这样手把，不然它那个震动可能扭不到，金属可能扭不到的话看不到。哦，打进来。哇，这剧情演出这个样子。
People think of evil as an unnatural, invisible force, and so invoke the gods for protection. But evil can come from the hand behind the gods. A familiar hand, cold and cruel. He tried to fix her with his rituals, kept her trapped in that hole.
哦，这个
She couldn't say which was worse. The darkness. Or the monster that her father had become. She couldn't fight them both. And so she left, headed for the one ray of light that shone down on her. If she had stayed, she wouldn't have survived.
暗示那怪物就是父亲。
Maybe Dillian would still be alive.
I'm so sorry, my love.
他的隐喻用的好多哦。
She will save his soul. Even if this time she can't save her own.
难怪用野兽也是来自他的身体的声音。
Forgive me, Senua. I know you have no reason to trust me anymore.
Shadow. Listen.
But believe this, it was my mission to make you hate. To hate the darkness with a passion so great it would focus your mind on this quest. For without it, I feel you would let go as you slap. All this time, I've wanted to protect you from the truth that would have destroyed you a long time ago. But you have conquered your darkness at every turn. You deserve to see behind the veil of darkness.
Then take me to the mountain, as deep as we can go.
I won't stand in your way. You will not survive what is in there.
我的手里面好黑了，被腐蚀了。它变好黑啊，死太多次是吗？我应该死，这个游戏目前到现在应该死3次而已吧。现在学生没科嘛，不知道总共能死几次。
Mother, I won't let the darkness trick me again. I know you're safe with the gods. I can feel Hela's gaze, searching for secrets inside of me. Secrets that even I can't see. I'm not here to fight my past. I'm here for Dillion. I will fulfill my vow, whatever the cost.
No, she can't. It's too dangerous. Too weak. She has the sword. She is rotting. She must defeat Hela. She can defeat Hela. She must. Hela is powerful. She
上个厕所。
Hela has Dillion's soul. She must speak to her. She must fight, or she must.
我的手已经变好黑了，又是。
There is no reason. There has to be. She can't fight. Turn back. Odin's. She's strong. Is she strong enough? She's strong.
这个你画弄的有点夸张。
She can't. You're strong enough. Senua is strong. She is. She's not. Yes, she's strong enough. Hela has defeated her twice.
Hela gave you the rot. Look what Hela's done to you, in fact.
Come this way, you can't. She can see it.
The bridge. She can't cross the bridge.
It's broken.
She has to fix it.
It's too dangerous.
She's done it before.
She can't fix it.
She's done it before.
She can. She can. She'll do it again. How's she gonna fix it? How will she do it?
There must be a
So
way.
you have to try.
She'll never make it.
The Northmen say the world will come to an end. They call this Ragnarok, the
这我看
destiny
过
of
了
the，gods.
这我看过了。
First, there will be a
哦，后面就
terrible
这样没有。
3 years long. Then, mankind will turn on itself. Brothers will fight each other to the death, and people will forget what they owe their kindred. Times will be hard. Crimes will be great. It will be an age of axes and swords. The wind will blow through abandoned halls. Wolves will walk where children played. The world will fall into ruin.
刚逛个桥，不知道是什么地方。这里不知道什么地方。
She did it. She did it. She did it.
修桥就对了 ，OK。然后去那边，再看一个修桥的路线。打架，果然打架。这种场景感觉像在打架。哇，身上那个红色越来越多。
Focus now. You're stronger than him. Focus. Focus. It's the only way. Focus. You can do this. Focus. Finish this. Keep going.
没了吗？
How will she do it? What will she do? How's she going to find his angel soul? Where does Ella keep the souls? How will she get it? Ella wants it. She must bargain. No. She'll kill her. She cannot bargain with Hella. She's not strong enough to kill Hella. What does Hella want? No one can bargain with Hella. What does Hella want? What can she give her? She could give her her own soul. No. Soul's rotting. She'd rather die. It's a worthless soul. But it's all she has to give. She has a warrior soul. What more could she give? A cursed soul. Of course she is, no matter what she does. She can feel to climb up her arm. She can fight her. She can fight her and Ragnarok. She's a warrior. She's come this far. Hela will want to fight her. She can see it. The bridge. She can't cross the bridge. It's broken. She has to fix it. It's too dangerous. She's done it before. You have to fight on. The final battle. Get these
This isn't just a broken bridge, is it? Mother, you showed me how to see further. To see the hidden wonders in our world and explore new paths into the unknown. To lead so that others may follow, or to warn so that they may avoid. That is our gift and our duty. I'm not going to look away in fear anymore.
The Northmen say the gods will fight their last battle at Ragnarok. Their watchmen will blow the horn that can be heard through the whole world, and Odin will speak with the severed head of Mimir, which gives him good counsel. The land of the giants will thunder with the sound of their army on the move. The gods will assemble, the dwarves will leave their stones, the frost giants will come from the east, the Midgard serpent will turn up the waves, eagles will scream and tear at the corpses with their yellow beaks, the ship of the dead will set sail.
好。
She can do it.
She can do it.
She can still see the secrets
Of the gods.
She thinks he's so special.
修了2个。
She must see. She has the sight. She can see their secrets.
现在有墙。
There's an illusion. She found a way. There's a way. She can see it. She must align herself. She can do it.
There's the door.
She aligns herself. It's there.
Oh. 那场景要打架了。
The Northmen say that at Ragnarok, the gods will face a ship full of their foes, which Loki has steered to Asgard. It carries the fire giants, the wolf that will eat the sun, and all kinds of dark creatures. Surt will join them with his sword of fire. The cliffs will crash, trolls will walk the land, men will tread the road to hell, and the heavens will split open.
哦，这有路。 这个你要战斗哦。这新的敌人吗？哦，不是，这是。2只哦，哇塞，过分了！2只这种大只的。要直接出现太突然了。好像都学好了。剩下的路可以往上看一下。石碑吗？真的石碑？这里有。
The Northmen say that each god will do battle at Ragnarok. Odin will fight the monstrous wolf and be killed, but his son will avenge him and plunge his sword into the heart of the beast. Freyr will face Surt, but he had given his sword away for love, and without it, he cannot defend himself against the flames. Thor will smite the Midgard serpent to no avail. The sun will grow black, the earth will sink into the sea, the stars will disappear, fire and water will meet, steam will shoot up, flames will play against the sky, the heavens and earth and all the world will be burned, all the gods will be dead, and the warriors of Valhalla and the people everywhere. Senua, prepare yourself for Ragnarok. For it is nigh.
有点呆滞的。过桥了。这游戏最后时间就是它的那个跑步速度有点慢。 错。刚说格挡可以回那个体力。那格挡好像有3种，现在有那个完美格挡，然后还可以的格挡跟没什么用的格挡，这是普通格挡，普通的、完美的跟没用的。完美的就这种东西，对下。哇！哦，我可以在这个时候用那个。看到了吗？场景感觉是最后了，好像是最后的广告。
We die too. We die too.
We'll all die someday. And when everyone's gone, even the gods will die.
We don't want to die.
I don't want to die.
Senua,
Stop.
Turn back.
Stop. Stop. Stop.
Senua, stop. What happens to us?
这里不能跑，只能这个速度走。
Die. She wants to stop. Stop. Stop.
I'm sorry. I didn't ask you to be a part of me. If you don't want to die with me, then leave me alone.
I don't want to die. Please stop. Please stop. Please stop. Please stop. Please stop. Please stop. Please stop.
You'll never come back if you go there.
There is nothing to go back to.
We only have each other now. Don't abandon me.
Everyone suffers. They were right about me.
Listen to me, not them.
哦，那塔里面。
They were afraid, like children scared of the dark.
So was I.
They made us monsters to fill the void. That doesn't make them real. Where is she going?
They made them real.
She's getting closer. No. She's going to die.
Follow your soul and let go of the Senua of old. For there lies your weakness, and the darkness will find it.
If she sacrifices herself, she sacrifices us.
Wait, stop.
We don't want to die. Senua, turn back.
这是抛下过去的那个
It's too
抑郁嘛，
dangerous.
变坚强的意思。
It's not like the old stories, is it? The noble warrior facing evil in search of victory and honor. Clear dividing lines. No. this place is not quite like that. It's as if it knows that true torment lies within. Memories you cannot defeat, cannot escape. This is her hell.
因为火盆为什么有些是暗的？管它，走吧。那个符号是，它是一种语言的文字吗？这是前面找的那些符号哦。因为这有意义的什么？难道是种北欧的文字？不熟悉，不懂。妈妈，他应该是被当成那个什么。他可能被当成什么？猎物行动之类的。
Faces fear and suffering.
You can see it. 哇！
I remember it clearly now.
She has nothing to fear anymore. The gods have saved your mother. Through my hand.
You killed her.
It is the will of the gods.
Fuck the gods! You did this to her! Why?
This is what happens when you listen to the voices of the underworld. They crawl into your soul and rot you from the inside. Defy the gods like your mother, and the darkness will come for you too. You understand, Senua?
所以他应该算是那时候的祭司、德鲁伊之类的，有特别的感官能力。
I do understand. You cursed me with your own madness. I was just a child. You created this darkness! You created this darkness so you could hide behind it!
Only suffering brings salvation. It is the way of the gods.
来了吗？来了，我死。
It was all a lie. You are a lie! She didn't defy the gods. She defied you. And so you killed her.
You didn't pray to the gods. You prayed to your mother. Your mother, who was too weak to fight the darkness and abandoned you.
You tortured her. You killed her. You are the darkness.
所以就暗示这个是他爸是吗？还要是他爸的隐喻？那怪兽也是他爸的隐喻啊。决斗舞台。
Those rituals, the years of isolation, pain that still haunts you. It was the only way to fight the curse within you.
You're a liar.
The darkness is inside you and it will destroy you.
You're a liar!
No, Senua. The darkness is here. You cannot wish it away. And it will watch as you draw the
哇，
last
怎么会这样子当 boss？
I won't let you kill me!
哦，居然有那个别的音乐，歌声的音乐，突然觉得好像变战神一样，很强的感觉。
Behind you. Watch out. Careful, Sam.
那我感觉播那个音乐之后，感觉自己主角好像有变强，但好像应该又没有，很奇妙的感受。可能是前面剧情太压抑了吧，有种那种主角被升华的感觉。
Watch out. Careful, Sam. Watch out. Behind you. Watch out. Careful, Sam. Watch out.
多人吧，
Behind you. Watch out. I can see through your darkness. You're a liar and a murderer. And if you really are Hela, then I have a sword here that can kill a god.
Look at you. Running forward and moving backwards to wallow in your miserable past. You're making a mistake searching for Dillion. The same mistake that killed him in the first place. I'm trying to save you from yourself. You still believe it is a lie? The plague of darkness, the butchering of Dillion by the Northmen. You saw it yourself.
You told everyone I was cursed. They believed you. I believed you.
Tell me, Senua, where is Dillion's soul if the darkness is a lie? How you saved him?
He's here. I know he's here.
音乐有了，就这个音乐蛮好听的，跟着整个
Dillian,
氛围比起来，
I know you're
明
here.
亮很多。
Hold on. I'll find you.
啊，又来一次，这么硬吗？真是，对吧 ？Sorry， 再开一次。Sorry， 当不要重开，更精彩的时候。这个游戏设计好厉害啊！它把东西都极简化了 ，UI 啊、引导类都超级简单化了。从第二段开始吧。
Look at you. Running forward and moving backwards to wallow in your miserable past. You're making a mistake searching for Dillian. The same mistake that killed him in the first place. I'm trying to save you from yourself. You still think that is a lie? The plague of darkness, the butchering of Dillian by the Northmen. You saw it yourself.
You told everyone I was cursed. They believed you. I believed you.
Tell me, Senua, where is Dillian's soul if the darkness is alive? How you saved him?
He's here. I know he's here.
跟这整个乐的氛围相比，这个游戏氛围相比，这个我觉得是很明亮的
I，know you're here.
很搭这个。
Hold on. I'll find you.
这样打看不到他吗？是要看这个，也没用啊。哎，他突然变换嘞！这是火焰巨人吧？对啊，这是前面的 BOSS 啊。想吃？哇，前面3只 BOSS 都拿出来了。哦，他攻击还突然变换，哦，蛮特别的。我觉得阴影的表现方式比较没那么好。
You're trying to trick me again with your lies. I know he's here. You took him from me. You have him.
Dillian's gone. Dillian is dead. Let him go. I'm warning you.
Or what? What can he do to me that you haven't already? Fight me. Come on.
哎，怎么变那么小只？那不是很大只啊？
You betrayed your own father. You betrayed the gods in search of Dillian, in search of love. Look where that's got you. Let go of your battle. Let go of redemption. Let go of Dillian. Don't let your darkness hurt anyone else.
Watch out.
哎，他自己不让我用那个什么，我的那个注视能力，
Go with your battle. You've done enough.
就是把难度调很高，然后让玩家很容易输吧，跟剧情需求。
Watch out!
The final battle 是哦，他是故意的啦，就是一定会打输的，太多敌人了，而且我没有用技能。是故意设计的。不过我觉得也不是完全打不赢，如果打得好的话，应该还是有机会。
If you're alive, and there's no darkness, then you never took him from me, did you? And I can't save Diane. Is that what you want me to believe? After all you've done to me? And to him? You're not a lie, but you're a liar! You crawled into me to confuse me and deceive me. But I know he's here. I know you have him. I'll give you my life. That's what you want, isn't it? My soul. Take it. I'll be a slave for you. I'll fight with you at Ragnarok. If you release it.
他们有对话，我觉得这段演出变得有点干。他拿剑这边等着看他太久了吧？ lost. Nothing. You will have no power over me. Oh, 有痛。
I learned the hard way to not be afraid of death, Senua. Because a life without loss is one without love. You turn your back on death, and all you can see is the shadow that it casts. The longer you hide from it, the longer the shadow grows until all you can see is darkness. When our time comes, we must look death in the eye and embrace it as a friend. Only then can we let go of our fear. And emerge from our darkness.
Never forget what it is like to see the world as a child, Senua. Every autumn leaf is like a work of art. Every rolling cloud a moving picture. Every day a new story. We too emerge from this magic, like a wave from the ocean, only to return to the sea. Do not mourn the waves, the leaves, and the clouds. Even in darkness, the wonder and the beauty of this world never leaves us. It is always there, waiting to be seen again.
所以海拉应该是他所有他恐惧的综合体吧，包括他自己的内心黑暗跟他的父亲给他的阴影这些，所以才映照出所有他的恐惧的东西。
So it has to end here, because I cannot see further than this.
Follow us. We have another story to tell.
My friend, go with her. This now will be your story to witness. Goodbye.
哦，爬到那个建筑上面啊。
Each time you get hurt, I don't want you to change. 'Cause everyone has hopes, you're human after all. The feeling sometimes wishing you were someone else. Feeling as though you never belong.
最后吃版权，
This
好听。
feeling is not sadness, this feeling is not joy. I truly understand. Please don't cry now. Please don't go. I want you to stay. I'm begging you, please. Please don't leave here. I don't want you to hate for all the hurt that you feel.
这好听。
The world is just illusion, trying to change you. This is something else. Who would comprehend? But some that do.
吃版权，这外面的影音。蛮好听的，故事觉得蛮值得省思的。他口析的好透彻哦，呈现的方式也很美，我觉得。他那个呈现方式，关卡设计就好巧妙，把他内心的黑暗、对父亲的恐惧、对失去爱人的痛苦，跟他得到的希望、救赎、他的成长。
Trying to change you. Please don't go. I want you to stay. I'm begging you, please. Oh, please don't leave here. I don't want you to change for all the hurt that you feel. This world is just illusion, always trying to change you.
我很庆幸我是玩了这么多游戏，到这个年纪才玩这个游戏。再找个5年，我应该完全无法体会这个游戏是拿什么。Please don't go. I want you to stay. I'm begging you, please. Oh, please don't leave here. I don't want you to change for all the hurt that you feel. This world is just illusion, always trying to change you.
没音乐了。这个好像不能跳的，不能跳过。对，它这个也很特别。一般来说都怎么样都会设计一个可以跳过，它这个完全不可以跳过。好吧。啊，真的，我能试都试，不能跳过，那就看完吧，看看，也算对制作组的尊重。所谓，我很好奇他那个游戏特色的讲解的部分。Sweet Justice， 有点长而且它完全没有音乐，我觉得太干了。它应该至少播东西，它又不能跳过，真奇妙的设定。那游戏其实不长啊，大概15个小时左右。中有中文。就蛮可惜的，他那些制作打击手感那些都不错，可以再把它拉长一点。可能它内容可以再更多。这样已经很，但我觉得这样已经够了，刚好。但是，它这些东西可以再做更多东西。没有继续这个选项张姐选择了。啊，一些可以收集的故事这样。因为它是有名字的。是。
Stormy seas and lost souls.
Who is it?
She's dreamt of this before.
It's coming. Is it?
They say dreams are visions of our memories, thoughts, and fears, as seen by our inner eye. But what if each one of us is always dreaming, even when awake?
这里面字幕也没有翻译。
And we only see what our inner eye creates for us. Is this what hell is? A world shaped by Senua's nightmares. Maybe that's why people fear seeing the world through her eyes.
Yes, she's scared.
Because if you believe that Senua's reality is twisted,
那应该是被砍掉
that yours
的另一种呈现方式吧。我觉得这应该是另一个呈现方式，被拔掉了。
Hellblade: Senua'sSacrifice is a video game about Senua, a Celtic warrior on a vision quest into Viking territory. But what sets our hero Senua apart is that she suffers from severe psychotic mental illness.
He knows she's getting closer. He can feel her coming closer. She's getting
The original idea for Hellblade was to create a classic hero's journey, a journey of suffering, but one where the fantasy world is not another planet or alternate universe, but a world that is constructed in Senua's mind. But to do so would mean putting psychotic mental illness at the center of the experience. a subject that is still considered taboo, and a challenge that was both terrifying and exciting in equal measure. In Hellblade, the starting point was a newly discovered Celtic goddess called Senua in Ashwell, Hertfordshire. When first discovered, her name was thought to be Senua, a name which I liked and kept. I wondered if Senua might have been a Celtic warrior like Boudica who stood up to the Romans. While the Romans had conquered all of Europe, there was a group of Celts up in the furthest reaches of the Roman Empire that could not be conquered, the Picts. And so the Romans built a wall, called Hadrian's Wall, that spans across Britain from sea to sea to keep the Pictish barbarians at bay. The Picts were known for their war paint, painted on with woad, and their matted hair clumped with lime. And so Senua would be a barbarian Pict in this image.
What's your name?
Senua.
I haven't seen you before.
新发现的女
Don't
神，
know how much.
这是历史考古发现的传说。
Zenua's daughter.
I have to go.
Wait.
Orkney is off the coast of Scotland and was inhabited by the Picts, steeped in history and mystery, and so I made Orkney Senua's home and set the stage for a crisis. In the late 8th century, the first Vikings landed on the Orkney Islands. The population of the Picts crashed thereafter, replaced by the Norsemen of the 9th century. Were they wiped out? We don't know for sure, but it would seem likely given the reputation of the Vikings. The Northmen's brutality is legendary. High-ranking leaders and chieftains of the tribes they conquered were often offered as sacrifice to their gods. The most brutal of these sacrifices was known as the Blood Eagle.
这历史考究
I
的
imagine Senua as a young female warrior who returns home from exile to find her partner, Dillion, brutally sacrificed to a Norse god by these hellish warriors from a faraway land. I imagine the horror of this moment and how it would have dragged her deep into mental torment.
No!
I came to learn that the Celts had a sophisticated and nuanced perspective on the nature of mental disorder. One term they used was Gelt. A Gelt is a man or woman who has been driven mad by a curse, battle trauma, or grief. The Gelt would take to a life in the woods in search of penance, punishment, and purgation. And so Senua became a Gelt, cursed by darkness, looking for redemption in the wilds. Another word the Celts used in reference to mental disorders was druth, meaning fool, or liar, one who utters the words of God. They tell of the mad sinner who flees battle into exile and takes on a beastly nature, growing feathers on his body. The character called Druth in Hellblade is based on a little-known person called Findan, an 8th century Irish Celt who was captured and enslaved by the Vikings, but eventually escaped to Orkney where he became a monk.
I will tell you my stories of hell, if I may walk with you.
Upon meeting Senua, it would be his stories that fuel her quest deep into their world of gods.
The Northmen say the world will come to an end. The sun will grow black, the earth will sink into the sea, the stars will disappear, fire and water will meet, flames will play against the sky.
The heavens and earth and all the world will be burned, all the gods will be dead, and the warriors of Valhalla and people...
他这样剪辑还蛮精彩的。
Prepare yourself for Ragnarok, for it is nigh.
So the stage was set for a new adventure, a journey into the Norse underworld called Hell, a vision quest fueled by madness and myth, a fantasy that was created by Senua's own mind, and one that we would experience through her eyes.
This is your mission. This is your quest. There is nothing else left.
To make a game about a warrior with psychotic mental illness as its central theme was fraught with danger. Mental illness such as psychosis is still taboo and rarely acknowledged in a century of cinema, never mind the new medium of games. Where it does feature, it often conflates psychosis and psychopathy associated with a lack of empathy. It is unfortunate that these two words sound so similar that they are used interchangeably in media. I must admit that I didn't have to look very far to discover my own ignorance of the subject. So we reached out to Paul Fletcher, psychiatrist and professor of health neuroscience at University of Cambridge.
Psychosis is a descriptive term, and it refers to having a loss of contact with objective reality. So it's characterized by two main sets of symptoms. One of them is hallucinations, where somebody experiences perceptions when there is no actual objective thing out there to perceive.
You're already dead. Who are you?
And the other is delusions, where somebody comes to very often bizarre, unpleasant, frightening beliefs when there's no good evidence in favor of them.
There's no doubt about it. The source of the darkness is in Helheim, and the goddess Hela holds his soul there.
We reached out to Welcome, a biomedical research.
看一下，理解一下按走，看一下他这个，他讲的资讯量大，感觉，其中确认性标准主要的症状，其中是幻觉，即当无法感知实际客观事物时，当然感知到事物。好吧，幻觉跟梦想。
A charity that spends billions on research and awareness programs aimed at improving health.
Mental health hasn't always been presented in the media in a way that is particularly helpful. It can be challenging to engage people with the subject matter, and there are a lot of preconceived ideas about mental health, and particularly schizophrenia and psychosis. So we hope our support allows the team to continue to collaborate with Paul Fletcher and with those who have experience of psychosis to create a game that provides a fresh perspective on the condition and allows audiences to engage with it in a way that just wouldn't be possible in any other medium.
What started out as a brief consultation convinced me that we were only scratching the surface of an immensely deep and interesting subject that could enrich and change the very nature of the game.
That's cool. Thanks so much for coming. Pleasure. Thanks. It's really interesting for me. I'd love to be involved. It's fascinating.
Our understanding of psychosis is still very much a mystery, and ways of treating it are still primitive compared to physical illness. After all, it is easy to see the pain and suffering caused by physical diseases or physical trauma. It is not so easy to see the mental suffering and trauma of severe mental illness. But what if we could find a way to see it? Games are capable of drawing you in for hours on end, playing the role of a character who is different from you, experiencing their perspective, and actively involving you in a world that functions with a different set of rules. If we were to represent Senua'sSacrifice, we would have to
他选游戏当媒介是非常聪明的选择。
simulate voice hearing, a common attribute. But how can we simulate something we have no first-hand experience of? Professor Charles Fernyhough, a leading expert in voice hearing from Durham University, offered his help.
Hearing voices is an experience that is usually...
那字幕跳的有够快的啦哦！他字幕跳有些东西跳的好快啊！
associated with severe mental illness. And crucially, we know that hearing voices is a part of ordinary life for many people who don't meet the criteria for mental illness.
Yeah. Oh, that's not him in real life.
We know voices vary according to where they appear in space. Voices can appear far away in the distance, they can appear right there in your ear, they can seem to be coming from inside your head.
Based on the information Professor Fernyhough provided, I put together a sound brief and invited some actors to the studio. We recorded the actors using a binaural microphone, which records the 3D spatial position of sound, replicating the way sound is heard by human ears. It gives you an incredible sense that the person you are listening to is right there beside you. Rachel Waddingham from the Voice Collective came to our studio with two young voiceovers to speak to our team. We talked at length about their experiences and they listened to our tests, giving us feedback on how we could improve on it.
Everyone hates her. She's cursed.
It's very hard to represent what this experience is like, partly because it's such a personal, intense, emotional experience. It's testament to how Ninja Theory have been listening to what the researchers are saying, but also crucially listening to the experts by experience. What they've come up with is so compelling. It's by far the best representation I've heard of what these experiences are like.
Other common attributes of psychosis are visions and flashbacks. We met with Recovery College East, who work with and care for people recovering from severe mental disorders. A group of service users gave us their first-hand account of what they experience.
Sometimes when the visions or what we're seeing is too much, it becomes more difficult until eventually we practice don't see anything.
The people we spoke to, the stories they told were fascinating, harrowing and mind-boggling. The reality of what people experienced was vivid, far exceeding what I could possibly have imagined. We went away itching to represent some of these visions and flashbacks in the game.
As we all know, my heart is so, love is so far away. Don't you know how I wanna feel deeper? I could never know how you grow, all these days are killing me. Now I see deep in me insanity does unfold. I just wanna feel deeper, deeper. I just wanna feel deeper, deeper. As we all know, my heart is so, love is so far away. Don't you know how I wanna feel deeper? I could never know how you grow, all these days are killing me. Feel like this, read like this, I just wanna live, that's all. I just wanna feel deeper, deeper. I just wanna feel deeper, deeper.
To refine our work, we continue to hold meetings with Recovery College East over the course of a year and a half, showing them what we had achieved so far and refining the in-game representations based on their feedback. With their help, flashbacks, visions and changes in perception were woven into the story and gameplay of Senua.
The students that are involved in this project are incredibly excited about being involved. They have described the experience as being important because it values their lived experience and shows that despite what we have been through, all of that experience becomes valid, that actually it's something that we should all be talking about.
The experiences described range from beautiful to frightening beyond comprehension. I heard of a girl who has to live with an angry voice screaming at her, slamming on her doors and walls 24 hours a day. I met someone who would often see hanging corpses in a room, so real that she would sometimes try to rescue them. The panic and fear that comes with such visions is entirely understandable, and it can be a living horror for some.
Worthless, weak, pathetic. Go on, feel sorry for yourself, because there is no one left to do that for you.
I was urged by one fellow that we should not shy away from showing this horror, and so I was perpetually torn in making Hellblade. Had we gone too far with our representations or not far enough?
Broken and lost, just like your sword.
对，他那个拿捏很难拿捏，怎样会太过，怎样会不够。
In some ways, voice hearing and visions were the low-hanging fruit, so to speak. There's another aspect of psychosis that is much harder to explain, but one that I think video games are uniquely able to represent, which are often called delusions.
People begin to see patterns in the world. They begin to link things that most people wouldn't link. Most of the things that we might think would be coincidence or, not worth commenting on. Nevertheless, that might have a particular salience or importance for them.
One individual described how everyday words, sounds, colours and objects were steeped in meaning to him, forming a strange and sinister puzzle that he was determined to solve but could not quite get to the bottom of.
It's not just brain dysfunction. It's not like the system shut down. It's actually an incredibly creative process. The person creates a world populated with voices and phantasms and terrors, and they're completely immersed in it. They believe in it.
We often invite people into the studio to play the game. In one of our playtests, they played through much of the game, making associations between runes, secret messages, and the threat of darkness that stalked them. There are many things that happen in the world of Hellblade that make perfect sense within the context of Senua's mind. The dark rot that's killing her slowly from within, the secret runes of the gods that block her path to Helheim, and strange associations that exist in the game to confuse you. To complete Senua's quest, you have to internalize and accept the logic and meaning behind these things to progress. Afterwards, they said that they didn't see much evidence of mental illness in the game. People with delusions of all sorts would argue the same thing, that they are not aware of their experience being abnormal in any way.
I need this sword. It's important.
Representing perception changes and thinking patterns within Hellblade gives us a set of symptoms common in psychosis. But people with lived experience were keen to emphasize another point, that it is wrong to define a person by their symptoms. Quite often, the illness comes not from the symptoms, but from the stigma, isolation and mistreatment that comes about from the rest of society.
They say that I'm cursed. What if they're right?
I needed someone to portray Senua, someone who could believably internalize her suffering. Melina Jurgens, our video editor, had been a stand-in for Senua over a few months while we perfected our motion capture techniques. Without realizing it, she had already auditioned for the role, and I knew her well enough to know that I didn't have to teach her to act, but to relive her own internal pain. As often is the case, those who have suffered mental anguish are never far from us. My hope is that by creating a compelling and aspirational character in Senua who feels very much real, albeit in a fantasy setting, we can provide a lens into her reality, a different one to yours, and this is where storytelling comes into play. I imagined her life based on common threads in real people's lives. She was always prone to psychosis as a child. Her mother Galina also heard voices and had visions, so perhaps there was a genetic aspect. Or perhaps it was cultural, as she lived within a world without science, of gods and a superstition, as exemplified by her druid father Zimble. Psychosis developed in her late teens to early 20s and was exacerbated by stigma and isolation at the hands of the clansmen and her father.
This darkness, it's spreading.
The trauma of seeing her lover Dillian sacrificed tips her over the edge, making her remodel her reality around a concept that connects everything: the darkness. So the question is, what Senua experiences real? Can only be answered by saying, yes, it is real. It is her reality.
All of her suffering will have been for nothing. It's just a matter of time.
Towards the end of the project, service users and professionals that had collaborated with us were invited to see the near-final game. It was a chance to see if the game had reflected their views or if it had misrepresented them.
For me, being involved in especially developing Senua's character has been really important, and being able to bring in my perspective and what I see and what I hear, and having that built into the game has been a real privilege. It's gritty and it's meaty, and there are some tough subjects in there that are being tackled with honesty.
好用心的制作组，天哪！
I was blown away by it today, absolutely blown away. It was just fantastic to get the opportunity to use our lived experience in a very creative way. There's nothing tokenistic about the work we've put in. It feels like we've been listened to, things have been taken on board, and I think there was a lot of realism in the game itself, and it feels very authentic.
Hellblade will give people a good experience of what it's like to hear voices and have those experiences. I'm glad that the guys at Ninja Theory have asked us to come along and help them build an experience that's positive when it comes out, and get myself a copy and have a go.
I think all the way through I was really inspired by how the conversations have translated into the game in a way that I think I didn't imagine was possible. So wonderful, really wonderful.
I really hope that others will follow the lead they've set and use the power of something like a video game to change people's perceptions, to increase understanding, and ultimately to make some of the stigma around voice hearing and other experiences go away.
For me, it was really exciting to see something that I explore scientifically being represented so beautifully in a character who's trying to penetrate the mysteries of the environment in which they've been placed, with all of this strange uncertainty and noise and conflicting information that they're getting. I'm very excited by this way of trying to represent mental illness, because I think it actually might be offering us insights that we wouldn't get from pure scientific explorations, and actually giving us quite an empathic view of what it might be like.
Mental illness has been with us for as long as we have been on this planet, but why? Why hasn't evolution stamped out this weakness from within our gene pool? I often pondered this question until I realized that the question had an inbuilt flaw. It assumes that being and thinking differently is a weakness. The only reason we have computers, spacecraft, medicine, poetry, art, and yes, even video games is because individuals are able to simulate new abstract realities in their minds and share them with the rest of us. We need people to be willing to see differently in order for us to progress and survive as society. And we need to be open to these new ways of seeing. And it is this spirit that motivated me to create Senua's's story and share it with you.
好特别啊！这是一个特别游戏。好了，感谢观看，我再消化一下它的资讯。到这了，拜拜。